Hi, I'm Leanne Ely. I'm a nutritionist, a New York Times best-selling author, and some people even say I'm a life coach. I started the Daily Dish Show to share my story, my truth, and my journey to vibrancy, and to inspire others to do the same. Because it's all about grit, perseverance, and finding a way despite the odds. It's about embracing the whole woman, not just the parts that are easy to love, and feeding her heart, mind, body, and soul. But I found that this isn't just my story, it's your story too. It's go time. This is the Daily Dish. Hello. It is Daily Dish time. You know what that means? We get to be together. And I'm seeing Jane in the house. Hello, lovely Jane. Alice, Deborah, Jocelyn, already here. Isn't that so fun? So glad. Who was here last night for our Wise Women's Gorgeous Skin at Any Age kind of a dealio? Who was here? We had an incredible offer, and I kind of went through and unpacked what it is in order to have great skin, because it starts on the inside and out. I will tell you, it was fun to talk about it. And I also walked down memory lane of dealing with blistering rosacea and being able to overcome all of that. And I shared a lot of that and what I learned on this webinar. And it's given me better skin that I have today at 64 than I did, 15 years ago. 15 years ago. Hello, Rebecca, Gloria, Jackie, Sandy's here. So's Helen. Sue, good to have you here. And lovely Jackie, of course. Anyway, it was really great. And we have a screaming deal for you that you can still get. It's at, Jenny's going to have to put that out. Jenny's going to have to put that out. I don't remember what the link is, but the link is and still is the same. And I'm going to hold to this for people who were there at the webinar. We are giving a free bottle of our AHA serum, which is incredible. It's fruit acids and it's an exfoliant. And I love this stuff so much. I actually mix it with our deep moisture serum and use this about 4 times a week. But it just keeps your face exfoliated without doing those granular bead things, which can be really destructive to your face, especially for us older gals. We don't want to do that. So I will honor that this week. If you want to go watch it, it's at savingdinner.com/you. And the link to buy this stuff, if you just want to go in there and go get it, because you will get a container of collagen. That's our perfect paleo protein. You will also get a bottle of our fabulous beauty support. And you will also get our skincare trio. All of that. And it's, of course, discounted and what have you. And that's where we're also throwing in the free bottle of AHA. So don't forget that. You can find that at savingdinner.com/gorgeous. Don't you love that? Gorgeous. Of course you are. Yes, you're gorgeous. Thank you, Nancy. I appreciate that. Our mother hen, of course, was there taking care of all the chicks, including me, always. It's Wise Women's Wednesday, and Wise Women are going to jump on that deal, by the way. They will jump on that deal because this is how you can have beautiful skin from the inside out. Because it's not about magic potions. Yes, your skincare counts, and yes, your skincare should be very supportive, but it's about taking care of things from the inside out. Always it has to be that way. That's how it is. That's how all of it is. Hello, sweet Tanya. Nice to have you here. Margot, love you. Love that you're here. She said, what's in beauty support? It's choline and biotin. But the thing that it does is it helps you to create your own collagen. Nobody else on the market has this. This is our own formula. I'm really excited about it, and it works. And I showed last night. I'm going to show you right now. But you can see right here, all these baby hairs. This was not hair, but now there's hair there. But this is the big one, even though it's kind of grayish, right? Grayish. Let's go blonde, kind of a silver blonde. But I just want to show you when I saw a picture of me, and this is what I saw when somebody took a picture of me on the side. I had my hair up like this, because it pretty much live like that. But that's the hair that's all grown. This is all beauty support doing its work. along with the collagen and everything else. So I'm just saying, these are things that I know. These are things that I've experienced, and I love teaching. And Nancy says she's got her baby hair too. We'll take the baby hairs, won't we? So find that at savingdinner.com/gorgeous. And that should be also on the announcements page. If not, Jenny will put that on for you. So you don't have to, if you've already seen the webinar and don't want to watch it, you can go directly to the link, take advantage of that special deal, and get the free AHA. Okay? There it is. All right. Gloria's in the house. Hello, Gloria. So cheers, whoever's drinking their L-glutamine, their hot melt mix, whatever it is. You got something special on your way. Just wait till you see. Wait till you see what we have coming your way. I'm very, very excited about it. Not going to tell you what it is, but it has something to do with L-glutamine, and I'm thrilled about it. All right. So we have a great, hello, Juanita. Isn't it so nice to see Juanita? There she is. Say hi, everybody. We have a special of the week this week. It's a little digital something. One of the things that I know that helps to keep you on track and where you want to go is always having a plan B ready in case plan A goes wonky doodle. And it does, right? Anybody experience that? And let me just say, as somebody who's been a health and wellness coach for 20-something years, I have heard all the stories. Well, I had to go through the drive-through. I forgot to bring something with me, blah, blah, blah. What could I have done better at the drive-through? Don't do the drive-through. This is what you need to do. These are this is the things that you need to keep in your car just in case of emergency. Emergencies happen, y'all. They just do. So guess what? We made some freezer meals that help you so that all you've got to do is pull them out of the freezer, give them a quick thaw, and cook them up fresh. And the reason that we did this, there's lots of freezer meals out there where people just cook the meals and throw it in the freezer, and then you reheat it. And to me, that tastes like, you might as well be eating a lean cuisine or something other garbage like that. What I want you to experience every time you sit down to a meal is a delicious meal, even if it's just come out of the freezer. And so we have a kind of our own proprietary way of doing this so that it tastes completely fresh. How do you like that? There you go. So if you buy one, that's the 20 for the freezer crock cooker for $20, you'll get our 20 for the freezer grill free. And the grill stuff is all set to go and these things are gold. If you take just a minute to put them together, you will feel, they're little meal kits. They're fantastic. Love them. And I think everybody should have them. Go get it. savingdinner.com/show. Do yourself a favor and put that in your crock pot today. All right. The quote of the week is, "To live is the rarest thing in the world because most people just exist." And we understand that whole notion, if you've seen the movie Groundhog Day, where people just going through the motions and doing things as they've always normally done them. And then we find ourselves in this place of feeling just like, wow, remember that song? Is that all there is? I had that in one of my shows the other day. You don't feel whole. You feel just kind of whatever. You know what I say to that? Forget about it. We need to live on that next level. In the quest to live vibrantly, we have this opportunity to live by noticing and participating in our lives instead of just going through the motions. Going through the motions will never get us there. So living on with intention. So this week we're kind of looking at pain, because pain is something most people try to avoid. I am one of them. I am one of those most people. Pain's not fun, but you know what the thing is? Pain is a teacher, and it will teach us things that living pain-free will not. Am I right? Hey, Debbie, glad you're here. We're going to talk about that because I think this is such an exquisitely important point that will help us to change our perspective and help us to grow into the women we're meant to be. And remember, if you are here, right now, breathing. You're here on purpose and for purpose. You have been placed here on this planet for a reason. It's not just random biology, y'all. You're not a biological accident. You're here on purpose and for purpose, fearfully and wonderfully made. And don't you ever forget that. We've all heard the saying, no pain, no gain. And I actually went to a gym where this was proudly plastered all over the walls, you know? But the irony of this whole pain discussion and the lengths that we go to avoid pain is that there's procrastination involved. That's why one of the ways that we involve pain. We are in denial about it. No, like, no, that's not going to hit us. That's not going to be part of my thing. We work ourselves around so that we don't have to confront this pain, because that's usually what it's about, right? We have to confront it and say, there it is. We're always looking for shortcuts, magic pills, hacks. That's what we want. I one time had a woman who, by the way, ordered our whole skincare kit, and she said, 30 days, nothing's happened. I'm returning this whole thing. And I'm thinking to myself, really? You expect a change, a dramatic change in 30 days? And what else are you doing? And I asked her about her diet. I asked her about everything else. Her diet was complete garbage. And I thought, I could spend a lot of time trying to educate this lady, even though she came off my webinar, and I very clearly explained you have to have an anti-inflammatory diet if you want pretty skin. And, we just let it go. The pain of making change was too much for her. And she was unwilling to be taught about what that pain was. And let me just tell you, this woman agonized over the condition of her skin. And yet she couldn't stop eating sugary stuff and waffles and for breakfast and, and she had all this fake sugar syrups and all that. I mean, it's just inflammatory. You can't reverse out, like the wrinkles or whatever, but you can stop them from being so pervasive and so instant, right? Simply by taking care of your skin a little bit better, starting from the inside out. And to avoid pain, capital P, we have to show up and we have to step up and we have to go to this place of saying, I want this coveted change that I've been, jonesing for and talking about and going to do. But in order to do that, you have to confront it and meet it head on where it is. And you have to say, hello, pain, my teacher. What do I need to know? Where do I go from here? Instead of avoiding it. And you know what I'm talking about. And one of the ways to offset this notion that we can't do pain, by the way, because you'll have people say, well, I just can't do pain. Well, nobody wants to, but we all have to at some point, is if we have this notion that pain is indeed a teacher. It's here to teach us and show us something. So when we pay attention to pain, we're quite often paying attention to solutions to problems instead of paying attention to the problem itself. And that helps us get to the place of actually making some resolution on solving those problems, because pain pushes us. And if we don't avoid it, we can start seeing things from an entirely different perspective, because that's what pain does. It alters our perspective. It shows us things that we haven't been willing to look at before, maybe, or that we just didn't know was there. And it causes us to ask questions and also causes us to seek answers. So when we see pain that way, it's because pain is information. There's information under there. Under all that pain, why is that pain there? What is it about? That's why we talk about root cause of things. What's really going on here? Do you just need, a miracle cream, or do you need to get underneath what the heck and why is your face inflamed, Leanne, with 6 pounds of horrible rosacea, disfiguring rosacea? You got to get into the root cause of what's going on. That's how it is with pain. There's information in that pain, and that will lead you to the place of solution. When you embrace it, you'll flip the discomfort of pain. I promise you that. You will flip the discomfort of pain. Margot's saying information or inflammation under there. I don't know what that means, Margot, but your pain becomes okay, you see pain as a teacher because pain is information. It's information telling you something's afoot. Oftentimes, the answer to that could be inflammation, but there could be something else depending on what the pain is. I hope that's what you were asking, and I hope that answered it. So when someone says something, so I'm going to give you some examples of discomfort, when we can flip the discomfort of pain. Here's one. When someone asks something to you that you don't like, instead of getting defensive, you can look at it and say, well, what is it? What is it? What is it exactly that you're asking? And you can even say that. What is there something here? Is there something that I'm missing? What is it that I need to see here? And I will tell you, there's a conversation then that can happen instead of getting defensive right off the bat. Am I right? I've noticed this with myself because we have a habit of just like, boom, boom, that knee-jerk reaction, instead of actually listening and trying to figure out what the heck is going on here. That's super helpful. And it's also a relationship preserver, by the way, and a relationship builder, especially, with spouses and what have you. And when you get your feelings hurt, are you sensitive, too sensitive, or is something else going on here? Or is that person just a jerk? We have to start asking ourselves questions. We've all had friendships that sometimes they have expiration dates on them. They just do, I can think of several examples in my own life where that has happened after having children or after children have grown up or whatever, with people who I was friends with before kids and even after kids, and how things just changed. And it's not on anyone for that, but my feelings kind of got hurt about a couple of things. And so I kind of backed away from a friendship that I'd had for 35 plus years, but it was, and I just looked at it. It was like, almost like trying to put together two magnets that were just repelling one another. We're both going in such opposite directions, and that's okay. We had a beautiful friendship when we were growing up and our kids were growing together, and then it changed and it shifted. I still wish her well. There's no animosity between us. We just don't get together like we used to. And that's all right. So when we look at this and think our feelings are hurt or whatever, what are we trying to put back together here? Sometimes it is a Humpty Dumpty situation. Yeah, exactly. Sandy just said it. Forcing isn't healthy. It isn't. And also it is, and when we start to understand that things shift, things change. The only constant is change. Remember that? That's one of the things that one of our ancient Stoics taught us yesterday. It's true. And it's okay. Let's honor that and honor what was, right? Amen. And like when you get when you're working out, anybody get sore from working out? Yes, indeed. We all get sore. That's our muscles telling us that you're working. That doesn't mean avoid it. It just means give yourself a day of rest, then jump back into it. That's what that means. But here's the deal. When we get curious about the pain, we can get beyond it. And that's when we are the student and pain is the teacher. So pain shows us where our limits are. It gives us a contrasting vision for growth, and it gives us an opportunity to step into that growth simply by acknowledging that this pain is here. It is such a dirty word, pain. It's such a thing that we're just so frightened of and scared of and fearful of, when indeed pain is there to show us something. There's something about ourselves, something about something we can do, and any kind of pain, it can be a teacher. So listen to me for this, that pain shows us where our limits are, gives us contrasting vision for growth, and teaches us, even when it brings us to our knees, right? If we dare look for the lessons in the pain that we are experiencing, if we dare step up and say, okay, pain, here I am. What do you got for me? Then you'll find yourself in a place of where, number one, that pain is a whole lot less and a whole lot less scary than we thought it would be. And two, we will walk away with a lesson, something that we can apply for the next time, something that we can do differently that will help us along our path to purpose and to vibrancy. And I don't know about you all, but I need that desperately in my life. And sometimes pain is that teacher. That's what I have for you today. Wise Women's Wednesday. Wee. I hope you'll be here tomorrow for Thirsty Thursday. It will be a recorded show. I've got a big meeting that I have that I'm attending right at 1 o'clock. But I will promise you, it will be worth hanging around for, because you'll see all your friends. Don't you love that? Love all of you guys. I really appreciate you all too. I want you to know that. And if there's anything I can do for you, or you have a question about anything, I'm always available through customer service. Send an email into support@savingdinner.com. And if you have something confidential that you don't want shared, or you don't want read all around, just put confidential for Leanne right there in the subject line, and I will get it. Okay? Because, the women that work here at Saving Dinner have high levels of integrity, and I promise that will just be forwarded all the way through and won't be passed around through the Saving Dinner team. That's how we roll. Peace be with all of you today, and I hope to see you tomorrow for Thirsty Thursday. Bye-bye.
Thank you for joining me today. You can find me on TikTok for daily tips to help support your most vibrant life. And remember, you are the author of your own story. Until next time.